All right, folks, go and take a quick look here at XRP and double check some important factors. And as per usual, I always like to do a side-by-side comparison with Bitcoin, just kind of see how well it's performing. And we can see, just like consistent with the majority of the market right now, it's pumping as well, has broken through its local high resistance range here of roughly 207. So there's a decent chance we do see continuation higher, under the impression Bitcoin doesn't pull back here soon. But you got to keep in mind too, Bitcoin is pushing right towards its current resistance range of 91.5K. That's this area of confluence based on volume. When you look at XRP, its areas of confluence is much higher at 220. So I think there's a decent chance we see 220 before we were to see the price pull back any further. Once more, it all depends on how Bitcoin performs here locally. So let's take a quick look at XRP and just double check some important stuff on the back end. Last 7 days worth of open interest tells us we have a lot of confluence at 205. So that's kind of the current support range. If we do see a retest that level, the price pull back by chance, then that would be a solid area of consideration for long. Now we look at liquidation long delta, or short delta rather, it's tapering off from 800 million to 500 million. That's a good sign. It does show that there's still bears in control, and we can't trust this pump just yet. It's a Sunday after all, low volume, but it does suggest that we're in pretty decent shape there. Now, when we take a look at liquidation here, let's take a look here. There is still a big chunk of liquidation left. So wouldn't be surprised or put it past the whales to pull the price down to 195 to 198. That's a possibility for us, but it's becoming less of a reality as we maintain this range of 205 or higher, right? So I would say a bullish backtest at 205 makes sense, and that would be a good consideration for long, just kind of loosely thinking out loud here. And when we take a look at the 4-hour time frame, we can see there is a fair value gap above the price. We got a couple of moving averages above the price, but we have broken over 50 on the RSI. That's generally a very favorable sign. I love to see that when I take trades with coins like this. For example, though, I do want to also reaffirm this here. Whether you're a moon boy or not, no matter who you are, you got to respect this resistance range for us, more so the descending trend that we haven't broken free from yet. So until we get soundly above 220 within next 3 or 4 trading days, maybe even just say longer, maybe a week or two later, if we were at 220 in a week's time, that would be a better shape than we are right now. Okay, obviously because we've been able to mature above that local resistance here and breaking this descending trend line, that's an important factor in trend reversal, which we haven't seen yet. Okay, so don't get attached to a mindset that we're just going to the moon because we have one good Sunday. This is not a good look, at least this early on. It's going to look a lot better if we progress a little bit higher here and we maintain some good price action versus Bitcoin instead of pulling back identically or 2x of the correction to the downside as it has been doing so far. Right, so XRP is still showing macro weakness, but short-term strength. So if that continues, we'll see obviously where that puts us. But between now and then, be cautious taking a short at this point. I think it's not a great idea. Wait for a bullish backtest before you consider a long or average into your position, because this is once more a weekend. It's hard to trust low volume pumps on weekends, right? So just some friendly advice. Thanks again so much for being an awesome part of my life. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. Be sure you check us out over at Bitunix too. Awesome exchange with some excellent rewards right now. Right now, we're running a promo between now and the end of the month, effectively providing with an iPhone and 50,000 USDT. Pretty simple prize pool to qualify for. We have high volume traders in our community. Be sure to check that out. Links down below for that. Really awesome stuff. Anyways, have a good rest of the day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.